Philly is great.
Philadelphia is always that young, hip.
Philadelphia was just, I mean, it's home and my family's here.
I'm going to be Philly for life.
Philly. It's still Philly. It's Philly pride no matter what.
Yeah. So our mission has been to increase civic engagement and build relationships. So we think that young people are more likely to stay if they're, one, engaged in the city, so they're connected to some important work. Two, if they're connected with organizations or individuals that are doing good work. And then three, if their opinions are represented in the decisions that are made in the city. So we say we engage, connect, and represent. And so last year we launched our first annual State of Young Philly, and we launched that because we realized that the problem wasn't that young people weren't engaged. The problem was that their efforts were often fragmented and they weren't working collaboratively together. So the idea behind this series is that we would really bring together and leverage the voice of young involved Philadelphians over the course of the 2 weeks.
That was not a problem I expected you to do.
If we're going to go a public to Philadelphia to move us forward, we should be talking with people with whom we disagree, not just those with whom we agree. It's not about like minds coming together. It's about figuring out what common ground we can build together and then figuring out how to move that forward to create the Philadelphia we want.
For this event in particular, I think that it's important to have these conversations, and it's important to take what you learn. And so I want to be able to tell somebody something that they haven't heard before, either about me or my story or something that I've seen in Philadelphia over the years. And for them to be able to take it back to someone who may not be as passionate as they are in this room. I mean, I feel like this room, we're preaching to the choir. Everybody's in, everybody gets it, but it's really on us to tell those who don't, and bring them with us and encourage them to do and have that same passion or see it in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
We look to you for leadership.
Everyone says Philadelphia is a city of neighborhoods, and that's great. That's part of what we love about it. But I think it's easy to get caught in your neighborhood and sort of your demographic and not break out of that. And so one of the things we want to do tonight is make sure that we're not just kind of connecting people to people like themselves, but that we're using it to bridge different neighborhoods, different communities, and really counting that when people actually have relationships with people in a different neighborhood, a different community, that has a meaningful impact on the city and its ability to kind of envision a future for itself.
The State of Young Philly Conference, especially the Community Engagement Night, really helps Philadelphians and organizations help collaborate, share ideas, see what other people are doing out there to innovate for a stronger Philadelphia.
With this open forum and discussion, we'll be able to bounce off ideas from one another, whether it's a political force, families who attend, heads of nonprofits. I think it's a great mix of individuals in the room who are concerned about our city, and through the sharing of information and best practices, we'll really be able to continue the steps forward, the right steps rather, to improving our education systems here.
Generally speaking, like a lot of folks in our age group always represent kind of like the middle group, right? Like where we've done some things and done things just enough to have some voice, but probably in most situations don't find ourselves being the real arbiters for making change happen. And I think it can be powerful to get folks who feel like they maybe don't always have their voice heard with the level of authenticity or power that they want it to be heard with, to have them together in the same room being able to talk about things like this.
There are, despite all the headlines and despite all the drama that happened over the summer, there are incredible schools in Philadelphia. There's incredible charter schools, there's incredible district schools, there's incredible parochial schools. There's just not enough of them. So the most common sense policy that I care about is how do we take the existing great schools and replicate them, learn from them, and just create more high quality schools. That, at the end of the day, is how many high quality schools are there.
They're more fuel efficient essentially for two reasons. And the first is because there's an electric motor that's coupled with a diesel engine.
Well, I think a lot of people, they hear the word sustainability, they hear about, environmental protections, and without a sort of visceral understanding of what that really looks like, it's very easy to sort of think of it as something that's happening in the future, or something that, is a possibility. What we want them to come out of today with is a firm understanding that this is a reality. This is happening now. It's being successful, and it needs to happen more.
What we really want to have people leave with, from a PHS perspective, is that
the issues that you really care about and the types of places that you want to live in the future, vital cities, amazing neighborhoods, tree-filled streets. PHS is working in to do just those sorts of things. Come join us and help.
I agree with what he said wholeheartedly. Again, this is a movement that has been going on for a while, so it doesn't get a ton of press because people are camping out about it at City Hall or they're, protesting down the street. The green movement has been going on for so long. That doesn't mean that it's too late for you to get involved, and it's also something that you shouldn't be intimidated by. Any of the events that we have, that YIP has, something as simple as visiting the green roof, a lot of people don't even know that it's here. So it's a way to bring it back into your own life and your everyday life of how you can make your life a little greener.
What brings me here tonight is just to keep track of and to be involved in the young professional movement in Philadelphia, the civically minded movers and shakers in Philly. And in particular, I work around arts and culture and the creative economy, and tracking how the creative economy has impact on Philadelphia, and drives Philadelphia's economy, helps with youth truancy, and so a lot of things that Philadelphia and that people who come out tonight really care about. I feel like arts is a solution for that, and so I'm here to infuse art and culture and connect those worlds.
As a gallery owner and someone in arts and culture, my business is a for-profit. When you usually talk about arts and culture, it's usually nonprofits, education-based, but as a for-profit gallery, it's very close and tied to being creative about doing business, right? So for me, it's something that runs really in parallel to what I'm doing in terms of my business. How do I support arts and culture and still make money? How do I sustain my business, do what I love, but still make money by doing it? So it's just kind of really saying, well, maybe I'll be able to meet like-minded people, share what successes I've had, learn from what they've done, and also be able to build on my community as an arts and culture community. Being in the for-profit side is very different. You don't get to meet the same people that are on the museum side or the arts education side. So also really trying to meet other folks that are doing the same thing that I've done and really bring my expertise to the group, because I really believe, for my businesses to be successful, arts in Philadelphia as a whole has to be successful.
The final piece is what this year's series really is about, building our future, which is ensuring that young people have an opportunity to share their ideas for the future of the city. And so after the 2 weeks is over, we'll actually be wrapping up and writing up what the key ideas were that were raised at each one of the nights, and then sharing that back with the administration and other organizational leaders as the young perspective on certain issues.